Merry Christmas and Happy New Year. My name is Brian Gilbert, and I will be talking about the quality of character, diligence. I remember growing up, and my father always used to say to me, you get out of life what you put into it. He would say that's true for school, for sports, and for work. And those that are diligent will be rewarded. Diligence, as by definition, is focusing my effort on the work at hand. Diligence is like an investment. The operational definition of diligence is visualizing each task as a special assignment from the Lord and using all my energies to accomplish it. The opposite of diligence, which is slothfulness or laziness, traits of a diligent person. So I chose 5 traits of a diligent person that we can all focus on. Number 1, a diligent person is an excellent planner. Achieving a goal requires detailed plan with a deadline. Point number 2, a diligent person produces excellent work. Excellent work attracts the attention of excellent people. When you are a diligent, excellent worker, you will be offered opportunities that you never could have orchestrated on your own. Point number 3, a diligent person takes everyday tasks seriously. Instead of wasting time on things that bring no reward, a diligent person will focus their energy on productive activities. Point number 4, a diligent person pushes through obstacles of all kinds. The ants are weak, yet they still fulfill their responsibilities. And number 5, a diligent person is self-motivated. A diligent person stays on top of their work without their boss constantly cracking the whip. Going through our textbooks this year, I've noticed diligence throughout. One of the quotes from our Ethics 101 book that I'd like to read is, if you have good character, you're a diligent worker, and you do what your coaches ask you to do, says Rick. All of our players are talented, but the ones who don't have extra baggage of being in trouble academically, socially, or something else seem to rise to the top. And this is from the Georgia football head coach, Mark Richt. Is a great transition for the topic I'd like to talk about next, which is diligence in athletics. Athletics provide an opportunity for student athletes to grow as they face different situations within their team and the competition that they're going to face. Let's look at the various roles diligence has in athletics. A coach's role is to serve as mentor, educator, and confidant. A coach who is demonstrating diligence will work tirelessly. A diligent coach plans. This means there's a purpose for every practice and every drill that they're doing. A diligent coach inspires. Coach knows how to motivate in a purposeful manner. Finally, a diligent coach learns. Coaches should never stop learning. A diligent coach is always looking to improve. Diligent coaches are seeking out other coaches for knowledge. This can be done by high schools, visiting colleges, or attending clinics. Diligent for the athletic director. I think the D in AD should stand for diligence and not director. As I have learned quickly in my short time as athletic director, being diligent is a very important characteristic, and it's really one of the reasons why you can be successful or not. And here's a few areas I've discovered where diligence has paid off. Being diligent in making sure you have the right people in the right place. So, as an athletic director, you're really looking to make sure that you're looking at character, you're looking at knowledge, you're looking at time, and all those things to make sure you have the right person in the right place. Also, athletic directors need to be diligent in communication skills. You need to be ready to speak on behalf of the program at all times. You need to be able to clearly communicate the program's visions to everyone involved. He or she must be diligent with their communication skills, both spoken and written. With emails and all the email correspondence going back and forth. If you're not clear in what you're trying to get across, it could cause some problems. I also think that athletic directors need to be diligent in their passion for athletics. And it should go without saying that you should have a passion for athletics if you're going to be an athletic director, but a diligent athletic director is one whose deep and abiding love for athletics is absolutely crucial. A diligent athletic director must have leadership skills, modeling skills. You are the heart of the organization. As my father says, you're the CEO of the athletic department, so you need to have those leadership skills. I also think a diligent athletic director shows an ability to prioritize and problem solve. No athletic department has all the resources they could want or wish they could have. So when push comes to shove, it's up to us, the athletic director, to make the tough calls about how you're going to allocate those resources. ADs need to be diligent in their vision. ADs cannot be lazy with their approach to guiding the program in new directions. And finally, and I think this is most important, and one of my mentors in the business said to remember to have fun with it. So I think as a diligent worker and making sure you have a passion and leadership and getting the right people in place, I think it's really important that we understand that you need to just be as diligent to have as much fun and make it fun for those around you. Next, we're going to talk about diligence as far as the athlete. A diligent athlete has a goal or a task they are working towards. They apply their efforts toward achievement of the goal. An athlete's diligence requires time, effort, and if they put the time and effort, they're going to yield those results that they're looking for. This reminds me of an old phrase I remember my mom used to say, "No bees, no honey, no work, no money." Athletes, their diligence requires that. No bees, no honey, no work, no money. They're not going to put in the work. They're probably not going to see the playing time. So as I was putting this presentation together, I came across a lot of Bible, faith scriptures and writings about diligence, and I just pulled a couple out because I really thought it was a nice tie between my personal life as a coach, as an athletic director, and then my faithful life as a Christian. Speaking of diligence in the Bible, there's examples of diligence that appeared throughout my research. They appear throughout Scripture. In addition, my research kept bringing me back to the 7 deadly sins: lust, gluttony, greed, wrath, envy, pride, laziness. A little bit about the sloth. A lot of people say he's a cute character, but from this point on, and I didn't really think about it too much. You heard about the 7 deadly sins, but from this point on, what sloth means to me is totally different. I mean, laziness, spiritual apathy, indifference, carelessness. The sloth is the evidence of physical or spiritual work. Sloth is a sin, and diligence is a virtue. To tie everything together and to wrap up this presentation, I decided to choose 5 reasons why we should all live our life with diligence. Number 1, a commitment to diligence will help us all achieve great things. We all have big dreams. We should all strive to be ambitious enough to want to make a difference in the world we live in. Number 2, a commitment to diligence will reward us with expertise and authority. Personally, years ago, I listened to Malcolm Gladwell's Outliers, the 10,000 hour rule, and I try to live and teach by that. Only the diligent, though, can put this required number of hours of purposeful practice to become an expert or authority in their field of profession. A commitment to diligence will help us create successful habits. There are no shortcuts to success. We will grow to become a bigger and better person by the diligent effort we apply at our work and at home. A commitment to diligence will help us stay on track for our goals, breaking down our larger goals into smaller, smart goals. Number 5, a commitment to diligence keeps us all clear of slothfulness. if you want to be a great leader, if you want to be a great coach, if you want to be a great husband, wife, brother, sister, you need to commit yourself to diligence. I hope you enjoyed this presentation. I hope I was able to teach you something. Again, Merry Christmas, Happy New Year.